So I take a break for a couple of days from everything. Haven't made videos, have not been online whatsoever because I've been having the migraines. And when that happens, I got to give my eyes a couple of days off, which I did. So I got my work done this morning. I said, okay, it's about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's re-engage. Let's see what's been going on. What could be going on? Why don't we just give me a nice, easy Florida Panthers related topic or something nice like that to just ease back in. And then I see the Jalen Smereck and Andrei, Deniskin. Deniskin is his last name. I see this situation that went on over in the UHL in Ukraine. For those of you who do not know, Jalen Smereck is a black hockey player. Deniskin made a ridiculously racist gesture at the game, during the game, and he got removed from the game. And then the suspension was announced, and everybody's kind of just been waiting on, all right, is hockey going to do the right thing? Are they going to do the right thing? Are they going to do the right thing? And no. Not only does he only get suspended for 13 games. Now, 13 games sounds like a lot, but not for if you've seen what he did. I'm not going to play the clip here. If you've seen what he did, there's only one option, which is out of the game. But he gets a 13-game suspension. The thing for me that, like, there's still pieces of my brain all over my laptop when I read this. He only has to really serve 3 of the games, and he could actually buy out the last 10 games of his suspension if he wants to. He can buy his way out of the suspension. I'm beyond words. And so I'm seeing everybody's comments about how this is a hockey culture problem. It's a hockey culture problem. And part of me wants to say no, that this is just, this guy has a problem. But then hockey's reaction to it makes it clear as day that, oh yeah, hockey has a problem. And not that that was really in question, but you would like to think that we would reach a point where if one person does something and everybody says no, at that point the hockey culture is that everybody realizes that's unacceptable, and you can move on from saying it's a hockey culture problem and just blame it on that individual because hockey culture has changed. We're not at that point yet, that's for sure, because the fact that this guy he technically could be out for 3 games and then allowed back in. So what Smereck has done, and I hope I'm not butchering his name, what he's done, he's just said, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play until this guy's given a lifetime ban. I agree with that. Now, I saw the quote that Anthony Duclair made yesterday about, and I'm paraphrasing, basically he said, you know, they're waiting to see the suspension because the future, there's important things here to be said about the future of hockey. I'm paraphrasing, but he said something in general like that. It would not surprise me, and I would absolutely agree with, even though I would dislike it, but it would totally not surprise me to see Duclair and maybe any other black hockey players in the NHL do the same thing and say, I'm not playing until that guy is removed from the game. I would absolutely be 100% down with that. I'd hate to see it happen, and I doubt that more than a couple of NHL guys would have to do it before this guy was removed. I'm confident that the blowback from this suspension is going to be such as though that by the time I upload this video, they'll be talking about, well, okay, now they gave him a bigger ban. I can't imagine that this is going to stick. 13 games is an insult. The fact that he can buy himself out after 3 games, to me that is just about on the same level. It's almost as though the league is retweeting the gesture. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like this sticking it right back to Smereck and saying, oh well, tough titties. That's how this feels. I cannot physically believe. Look, the 13 games, people can argue that. People can argue whether he deserves 13 games, a lifetime ban, something in between, whether the teams can legally collude and say, we're just not going to sign him whatsoever. That part can at least have a discussion. But to be able to buy himself out of the suspension has to stop. That cannot be allowed to happen. And if it takes Duclair and any other players, and in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if white hockey players. I would love to see a couple of white hockey players. Not too many Panthers though, right? Or at least, you know. But the point I'm making here is that it would not surprise me to see NHL players say, no, we're not going to play either until Deniskin is removed completely from the game. And I think I would love to see that. I think that would be the best move. I would love to see it. And I hope Duclair is first. I really hope that by the time this is uploaded, Duclair has said something. I don't know what they can legally do, but that may not matter in this case. Because if this dude can legally buy himself out of a suspension, I mean, if you saw the clip, I'm not gonna play it, but it was well thought out. I mean, his emotions obviously got the best of him, but at the same point, this was not the first time he'd done it. You know what I mean? This wasn't just he yelled out one word. This was bad. It was really bad. And he should not be in the game. He should not be in the game whatsoever. At a minimum, at a bare bones, absolute, no holds bar minimum, should be a 1-year suspension with some sort of counseling program or whatever you want to call it. At a minimum. If you want to say everybody deserves a second chance, at a minimum a year. That's got to be the bare bones lowest form. So that was it. That was my happy return to making videos after a couple of days. All right. Panthers play tonight. I'm going to watch the game. I will have a recap. I don't know if it's going to be up tonight or early in the morning tomorrow. It's just going to be a post-game recap. It's not going to be my standard one with the intro and all of that. I might make one of those Friday night because there's not a lot of our starters are going to be playing tonight. We've got some injuries going on. Mammon pulled out of practice. Bob's not playing tonight. I think Gibson is playing tonight, whoever the hell that is. So tonight I'll just be doing just a quick review of the game, see what to tell you what I think I see. Coming up in the next week, I'm going to have my Panthers preview, season preview, and I'm going to have my full-on NHL preview, so keep an eye out for that. All right, that was it. I saw that, and I was thinking about making a video, maybe not, and then when I saw that he could buy out his suspension, like my brain, there's like, I have to go upstairs and clean up a mess. There are pieces of my brain all over the living room floor after I saw that.